In this video, I'll explain how happiness simply doesn't materialize. It is born from a choice to take control of your life. There's a persistent idea in this society that happiness is something you find after you fix your life. But the truth is, happiness begins the moment you stop running from yourself. And here's the part that nobody talks about. It's a choice. My name's Nathan Carlson. I'm a rock climber, an endurance enthusiast, and the founder of Over 40 and Beyond, a platform for men and women rebuilding strength, discipline, and purpose from midlife and beyond. If you've spent years chasing success, validation, or just simply trying to hold it together, I get it. You've probably tried to earn happiness through achievement or escape pain through distraction. And the reality for me, I did both. For years, I thought happiness would come when I finally got my life together. More money, a better marriage, a body that didn't hurt when I got out of bed in the morning. And yes, all of those things are important. And even when I had those things, somehow it still didn't feel right, because happiness does not come after the pain of realization. It begins when you stop pretending that the pain doesn't exist. So in my previous video, which you can find a link to in this video, I explained how I hit a point a couple of years ago when I couldn't fake it anymore. I was exhausted, I was angry, and I was quietly, sometimes not so quietly, miserable. Every morning I would wake up and feel that heavy knot in my chest. I knew I was drifting, but I was just too numb to give a shit. Then one day I asked myself one very specific question. What if happiness is not a reward? What if happiness is a responsibility? Or in other words, what if happiness isn't a condition, but a conscious state of mind? What if it's not something you wait for, but something you decide? And that's when it hit me. It's a choice. It's not a feeling. It's not a destination. Deliberate act of defiance against the part of you that says, I'll be happy when. But the choice doesn't erase the pain. It just means that you stop letting the pain sit in the driver's seat. Before we go any further, I ask only a couple of things. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That would really help me deliver this message to the people who need to hear it. Give the video a like, give the video a share. That'd also be great. And if you're interested in joining a community of like-minded people who are interested in strength, discipline, and rebuilding their life with purpose, check the link below for access to the email list. Thank you, I'd appreciate that. If you want real, lasting happiness, there is one place you could start. Start by asking, what can I subtract, not what can I add to my life? Happiness begins with subtraction. We have to remove what is dragging us to the bottom of our metaphorical ocean of despair and unhappiness. Removing the lies, removing toxic habits, removing the need to prove something to people who don't even care about you, who don't even think about you. And sometimes that means removing people altogether from your life who may say that they have your best interests at heart, but according to the laws of human nature, they most likely don't. And once you have cleared that space, that is when the choice appears. Every day you get to choose gratitude or resentment, action or avoidance, truth or lies, peace or war. For me, when I stripped everything away, I was left with the bare basics: my body, my family, my craft, my mind, and the quiet satisfaction of doing what's necessary and what's right, even when no one sees it. In the gym, out on the road at 4 a.m, running towards better fitness, better strength, and ultimately more freedom. That is where peace comes from, not from dopamine, but from direction, and from the daily choices to keep myself honest. If you are rebuilding after trauma, burnout, or years of just simply drifting through life, do not chase happiness, because that kind of happiness is a moving target, one that you have zero chance of ever hitting. Build it one step at a time. Wake up early, before the sun if that's possible. Move your body every day, a new chance to break yourself into pieces that rebuild into better, stronger, faster. Sit in silence and read something that makes you uncomfortable. None of that motivational BS, but something that genuinely forces you to think. Write down what's real, your fears, your pain, your regrets, not to judge yourself, but to understand yourself. You cannot fix it if you don't know what's broken. Because happiness isn't about feeling good all of the time. It is about choosing to act with purpose and integrity, even if it hurts, even when it hurts. It is about deciding that bitterness and regret is not for you anymore. Happiness is a practice, and just like any other practice, it only works when you show up. Here's a hard truth. You will never always be happy. That is impossible. You're not supposed to, because happiness is not a constant state. It's a signal, a reminder that even after everything, there is still a light within you that is worth fighting for. And when you stop waiting for the perfect conditions, you'll realize that happiness was never missing. You just stopped choosing it. So choose it. Even when you're tired, even when it doesn't make sense, even when it hurts, because that choice, quiet, stubborn, truthful, that is when real happiness begins. Be a stubborn bastard who just won't let it go, because only the strong survive in this world, and fortune favors the brave. So if this hit home for you, give it a like, give it a share, comment down below. I promise I'll read them all. And please consider subscribing to the channel. That would really help me deliver this message to the people who need to hear it. But more important than that, if you know someone who is struggling, share this video with them, because happiness begins the moment we start being honest. And that honesty may just save somebody else as well. And again, if you want to go deeper, click the link down below for the Over 40 and Free email list. Every week I share real tools, real ideas, and real solutions to people struggling with discipline, purpose, and rebuilding their lives. And if you enjoyed this video, check out my previous video on my own personal story and how I saved both my marriage and my own mental health. And as always, until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, and keep building.